gameplay video, not today, oh, maybe later today, but not today. Video on how to create a card deck, or create a card game, a card deck, and how to upload it to Tabletop Simulator. Basically. As I am basically this is going to be part of the gameplay series for their story, the card game, and I'm going to explain to you right now one way to create a card game. First off, you must have rules. What are your rules? What are your base rules for said card game? I started with these. What I did a day ago, I sat down, typed up the title, just like I always do, type up a version, put this in there because why not, and I started with an introduction. This introduction allowed me to get a premise for the card game. And this premise is basically, it is going to be a card game in which you play in the Golden Era to begin with only Green&Blue, the Unity, Pirates, and the Eastern Coalition in the Golden Era, as I said. It's also going to be easy to learn how to master rules with a card that comes in the deck. And all of the cards basically contribute to the rules in their own way. But do not break the rules. May bend them, but never break them. And the rules I typed out are down here. These are the original rules for their story, the card game. And I basically, this is a more refined version of what I typed out originally, but this is the first version that went with my workshop version, and the first version that went with the tech demo. And fitting it on one page is kind of difficult, because it's kind of wordy, because I am wordy. Which I can probably pare down a tiny bit more, but it's going to be hard because there's a lot of terms to come with. But I kept it to one page. I just want to keep it on a single card. Maybe I will have to cheat and put it on the back of the card as well. But for right now, it's on a single card, which you'll find in the box. The introduction, you'll find on the back of the box. You find your starter card set in the box, and just a card sleeve. I keep calling it a box. It's not a box, it's a card sleeve. And that'll be that. When you walk into a store, you'll see my game. Hopefully in the future sometime. You walk into the store, you see my game, and then you'll pick it up, you look it around, you see it on the box, you see the title of it on the card box, and you turn it around and you see the game, and you'll buy it to take home and play like you would a normal playing card game. Like, for example, you would go to a shop and pick up a poker deck. I want it to be the similar type of feeling. It should just be, I'm picking up a game. And I'm picking up a card game instead of I'm picking up this crazy, magnificent board game, because I already got the crazy, magnificent board game. And it's going to be crazy magnificent, but before that, I wanted to get something out of my system. I want to basically have the most, I wanted to boil down Ad Arbitrem Strategies and Treaties to its base components with cards, because I want to make a card game. And that's how I started. So I got the rules. Now with the rules, I can make my first card. Now, there are multiple ways to do this. I just went into, because I got some artsy skills, and I went into my favorite graphical designer, Affinity Designer, which you can get for $49 off of the Microsoft Store, or cheaper. I got it for cheaper. And it's basically Photoshop, but like 100th of the price or something like that. What's Photoshop going for these days with its description and whatnot? But anyway, so basically I get this like any day over Photoshop. Maybe it's not nearly as powerful, but I don't need it to be powerful just to begin with, at least. But anyway, So this is the pirate card deck, and I'll show you how to make a card. First off, things you want to notice is you want this card to be seen from a mile away. Figuratively, of course, but you want to be able to see it on the table or in your friend's hand what cards they're using in this card game. Mostly you need a table at this point, but besides that, you don't need a table. You just need to be able to have like 10 cards in your hand at once. But anyway, so I wanted the 3 elements of the card to be the successes, the AP, and health, which are boiled down systems from how we treat them. Successes is just a simple term to denote damage, heals, whatever. So I divide it into 3 components: successes, defend, and support. In order to make it easier to see from a distance what card it says, and you can just know on the left side it says successes, in the middle it says AP, and on the right it says health. Something which, as long as you know English, which you could learn English with this game, but even if you don't know English, you can understand this thing does one thing, this thing does another, this thing does another thing. I'm actually reading this. You might need to learn English for that, but still. And if you were colorblind, it doesn't matter. I don't think this is hard to see in colorblindness. I'll have to check, but I don't think it is. I hope not. But anyway. So yeah. So basically what this is made up of are just simple squares. Those. I'll delete that because it's in my way. It's made up of, as you can see, it's made up of it's made up of text tool, square tool, and square tool. Conveniently, I'm looking at the part card, which is simplest. Well, simplest on the face. On the back, it's not as simple as the green and blue card, but besides that. For the green and blue card, what I did was use rounded rectangles for the edges and use the same exact color as the rest of the card to blend it in. To make it have that curved by angular aesthetic that green and blue has. Whereas pirates just do whatever that looks cool. Hence why they do whatever that looks cool and looks piratey. So what we want to do now is we want to lock all these layers. As you can see, it's also showing you what the components of this image are. Now, of course, when you're making a game, use whatever skills you have. You are the game designer. Game designers are supposed to make decisions and help wherever they can. If you're game designing your own game all by yourself, you'll have to fill every role. But it's up to you how you fill that role. For me, since I can do digital art, pixel art, and this, I'll do this. I'll do it this way. Someone else who isn't an artist may make a sketch, or may simply just, let's knock a few more down, or simply just go in Excel if they're more fluent in this nonsense. If they're more fluent in this nonsense, then they simply write out their entire game and go to someone else who can make the art for it. But it's still important to know where everything goes on the card. Like, for example, I mentioned when I was writing out the rules where everything is. In the top left, there's that. Top right, top center, bottom is text, and the description of the card and what they do. Now, I haven't shown this. I've only shown it to my sister, who was impressed. But that is the only person I've ever shown this to, other than you all. So thanks to everyone who's watched these videos, as you're the first people to actually see my cards. Now, if you don't mind Reddit, which I started to mind Reddit after things the company has done, which I won't get into here. But okay, we want to not lock that. And the reason why I'm locking these is so I don't accidentally grab them. and delete the weird ones, and we're done. Now you can also draw in Affinity Designer. You just use the pencil tool and the shaders and whatnot. I'm not very good at that, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not very good. I'm really good at pixel art. Apparently, I'm really good, but I'm really good at pixel art. I'm just terrible with art, with normal art. Doing everything pixel by pixel and using tools works great, but using this, I'm not great. I'm not too good at. But I can do simple shapes, and I can make it look good, so I will. Now, what we're going to do today is make a card. We already got the form of the card. Now we are going to now we're going to bring one of these cards to life. And not with their background image, because I'm not in the pixel art mood today. I'm in making game mood. So in making game mood, you simply take what you put on, or take the stats of the card. I like making the stats in Excel because it lays them out nicely, even though I don't know how this thing works. Because I've only been messing around with Word and PowerPoint. PowerPoint is so nice and lovely. Word is so nice. Word is so, it's Word. What do you want from it? But this is just nonsense. But anyway. So first one we're going to do is Pirate Gunner. Actually, let's keep it simple. Let's do Pirate Lookout. Actually, no, because they only got two. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Pirate Lookout. So we're going to switch this S. We're going to switch this S to a 10. And what else does Pirate Lookout have? 7 attack. What? Oh. That's weird, but okay. Shrink it a bit to fit in the frame. I don't mind the letter shrinking. It will let you know that you have a bigger number or a double stack number. So 7S, is that correct? 710 is correct. 5 and 5, 5 and 5. I'm going to write down their name. Pirate Gunner. We got a copy from the left because because of Excel. Click on the cell. Do that. Pirate Gunner. Now we are going to copy their moveset. We'll do that. There we go. Basically, they have a gigantic power cracker coil gun that they cart around and they shoot at people and they shoot at JBers. So they suppress and they block damage because the pirates desperately needed both. We're not suppressed, but they take out green and blue units, and they attack for high amounts of damage for their cost of 5 AP, which for pirates that's a lot. That's a ton. That's more than the captain. That's one more than the captain. But for green and blue, that's high, but it's not too high. Basically, green and blue needs units that up their AP. Up their total AP, whereas pirates have naturally low AP, but need units to up their damage output, and even up their AP to get these higher damage units. Because the last game I ran, which unfortunately I won't upload because I didn't have audio, because the video updated, which is a thing that happened, and put me on DroidCam, which is a new piece of software I'm using to make my phone a webcam. But anyway, okay, now we gotta put the thing on you. And then drop E, and then we're going to start typing. Alright, the part gunner. I forgot it doesn't do that. That's so weird. Pirate gunner. But the pirates don't speak like you or me, unless you're a pirate. I'm alright. There. Our pirate. And also, what I'm kind of trying to do with these cards, each unique pirate card has a different pirate speak at the very beginning, because it makes sense for them. It makes sense for them to say completely different things every single time, whereas Green and Blue is more stuffy, as they would put it, and says the exact same thing every single time. The pirate gunner. The pirate gunner. The pirate gunner. Is the one who looks after our big guns. Actually, no, he wouldn't say that. Yeah, who looks after our cannon? The pirate gunner is the one that looks after our cannon. Whenever feels like getting. Get in. He's not saying get in, he's saying get in. Get in off the ship. Actually, no, that's a contraction, isn't it? That is a contraction. Get in off. Whenever they like getting off the ship. So like to bring some of the ship with them. That's all there. And also E exclamation points is everything. I don't know who's speaking. It's just pirate. You know, it's just one of the narrator pirates, I guess, that narrates things pirate-like. Whenever they feel like getting off getting off the ship, they like to bring some of the ship with them. Which is good to fight the GMB. Which is good to fight. No, he wouldn't say. He would actually say this. They're the good guys. Because they like being the bad guys. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't them? They come a knocking. Is good. Not fight. Sweep. To know its purpose a little bit. Sweep the good guys when they come a knocking. There we go. That's good. That's good enough for me. At least for the current moment that we're in. Currently. The present of the present. The present of the present tense. so that's a fail. Basically, they're a cheap way to get tons of damage for the parts and block. Something that they actually need to keep their lads and lasses alive. And also, this is in the wrong text. I got a newer text, or not, didn't get a newer text, but I'm using a newer system, so it's easier to see in our and when I do Tabletop Simulator, which we'll show you in a second. By I mean probably in another video. This is gonna be serious now. I just realized the time. It's 21 minutes. So basically, just making this is going to be making the cards, making a deck, and then making a car, making a game, making cards, and then making a deck, and then uploading it to Steam Workshop. Because playtesting is going to be done in a different video. Okay, now go to File. Where in the world is it? There it is. Now, be sure to save as. Also make blanks. Blanks are your friend. Blanks are going to save you. Guess why did I do that? And now, we're going to make it in the format that would work for posting on Deviant Art. Which I got Deviant Art, by the way, in case you want to check it out. You can find the link to it in the description, but it's also better for Tabletop, or it will actually work for Tabletop Simulator. Also, thing to know about resolution, if you want to actually post online your drawings and stuff, remember, if you want a tall resolution, 720. If you want a wide resolution, 1080 or 4K. That's because of, if you want it to be on the screen, you might want to stick to that, or phone resolution, or more than 8K, or whatever have you. But remember to stick to actual resolutions. Make it a bit easier for people to actually have it on their screen as wallpaper and such. Also, like that default number that you saw, that wouldn't fly with Tabletop Simulator anyway, or really any device, or really any upload site. Just too big. That's because these cards I defaulted to tarot cards, which actually I might as well show you how to do that. And make card sizes if you don't have any. I mean, if you don't have them as default, which I don't. Which one I can show you now. So we can start new. And it's going to start on my other screen. Get down here. Get down here, boy. Get down here. There you go. As you can see. There's lots of them, but it doesn't have any good card sizes other than business cards. So I need to make my own, but basically put in inches here. Basically read off a printing site or what have you. What's a good size card you want? Maybe you want to design your own card size, what have you. Then you go into this, so you put in your width. Width is this way, and then height it's this way. And then you make sure it's in inches or whatever you want, whatever you're more familiar with, and have the orientation, and that's it. All right, so that's how to make a card game, and that's how you make a card game. That's how you make a card game in cards. So the next video, I'll show you how to actually put them into Tabletop Simulator. I'm not too sure about actually showing upload process. I can show the beginning of it and the end of it, but I don't think I should show the middle of it. We'll see. I mean, I'm recording this anyway, so it's fine. I can edit out any bits that, shouldn't be shown. But anyway, alright, so that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate watching all this video. It means a lot to me. Well, also means a lot to me if you were to check out the rest of the stuff on your screen, including your story life from over 2040s, where you follow their swine friends and missions to maintain perfect world they have built over the last 15 years. Also, you can check out my Deviant Art, as well as my Patreon that has early access to my pixel art and my pixel art schematics and books. And yeah, you can support my channel doing all of the 3 ways, or you can enjoy my content for free just being here. Thank you all to everyone who decides to watch these videos, and I guess see you in a second.